Alright, third time.
3, 2, 1, miss.
That was icy. What you call a perfect shot? But I just missed.
Hallelujah. Damn, boy. It is November 16th, Saturday, 2024. It is 3 p.m. and this is the update for week 46. I want to start off by saying that I have not done any drinking this week. I've also been pretty consistent about my streaming, save for a day off here or there. That for some reason, it's like I'm addicted to that. I can't not do it. It would be advantageous to not do it, to save power for my batteries, to accumulate power in my batteries. But every time midday, I usually decide I want to do it. Somebody was on about that's usually what I'm talking about before. So, we're really settling in. We're getting to the point now where we're enjoying the day. The sadhana has come back into the fold as a priority that I just completely forgot about. And I guess we've gone through one full month. It's really more like 6 weeks, but we've gone through one full month of being in this scenario now, which is another sort of cycle. You have a day, you have a week, you have a month, and then a year. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that's like a larger scale unit, frame of reference, essentially. And I've gotten to experience like that initial excitement, and then I got to experience those like weekly cycles where it's like, okay, recovering from drinking, cleaning up the room, and doing things that I would normally do at home, having procrastinating on schoolwork and having to finish it right on time. Basically, I've experienced all those range of emotions that I've experienced back at the crib at this new environment, basically, because of the time that I spent. Basically, we have a lot of different things that we can do. I'll touch on that a little bit more in a second. But so the week actually started right after I recorded this vlog. Right after I recorded this vlog last week, I went to Goodwill and I purchased an Ethernet cable, a alarm clock, a basketball, and a suit jacket for $4. I also went to the only dispensary in this town. I took the bus, which was fun. They have free buses in the, like, if you're just going in the area, you can ride the bus for free. Which I need to do to kind of explore a little bit more in the near future. But yeah, it was nice to hop on the bus and go to the dispensary. They were real smooth over there, real nice. And they had exactly what I was looking for, and it wasn't expensive. So that was really nice. That was like, there was like a short moment where it's like, okay, I can like, go the like cell plasma / like, okay, let's hunker down and try to get it. We don't want to be smoking if we're going to be doing that kind of thing. I considered that for like a moment, and then in my mind, I was pretty much like, I batted it down so fast. And there was really no explanation or reason. It was like, I don't want to. I was like, nope, we're not trying to do that right now. That's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to re-up as soon as possible. As soon as I started sensing that I was running on fumes from my vape, I was like, started looking at dispensaries in the area, and knew that I was going to do that after the gym the next day. So the next day, actually, because I'm basically going in order, that was Monday and Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I guess. I woke up to something. I don't know if I'm sorry about the days. I'm not trying to be. No quote me. But I woke up to a email from AAA, and it was the arbiter deciding to grant. Basically, yeah, they granted the dispositive motion, every part of it, to Discover. They basically just threw away the case, which was crazy based off of my response. That I was so sure that case was done and over with in my after what I said, after the last document I sent over, it was over and done with. That case, I was so sure I was going to win that case. I was more confident about that case than Chase. But for whatever reason, it's almost like she didn't even read my response. She just said the dispositive motion and her thing doesn't make sense. But because it's so ridiculous, and I basically blocked it out of my mind. Like I subconsciously tuned it out. I said, okay, I'm gonna go straight to the gym. I'm not even gonna give this a second thought. I'm gonna go to the gym. This is not right, and this is not the end, right? And I feel like that's, in a spiritual way, I feel like that was basically what that was for. It's like to get you bent out of shape. Because realistically speaking, I was not expecting that at all. Like obviously, it's a possibility, but I was like, what? I was not expecting that day. You know what I mean? And if I was to, it's like I'm not quitting. That's basically it. I know that there's whatever the next steps are that need to be taken to resolve this matter. That's what I'll do. If it's an appeal, if it's suing the consumer reporting agencies, there's a next step, right? So it's like whatever. These matters are getting resolved. The Chase and the Discover, it's going. And also, I have to bear in mind the fact that Discover, the arbiter, has always been weird. Like their attitude has always been weird, and it's like the opposite of the Chase one. So, and it also gave me hope about the Chase one. It's like, well, if this lady could be so biased in their direction, then this other one could be super biased in my direction as well. So, but that's that on that. So basically, we have one more assignment for Chase, a post-hearing brief, basically, and then we're done with that. We're completely done. So that day, and the following day, I established the following gym trip. I established a 5-set format. Realistically, I established being able to do more than 3. So instead of having to go every single day, I could go less often. I can go, and realistically speaking, I need that flexibility. If you think about it, when I was at the crib, I would do as many sets as I needed to do the work that I needed to get done. In this case, it'll be like the opposite. It'll be like I do as many sets as I have free time to do, the physical capacity to do, that kind of thing. So and what I did was I started bringing the basketball. So now what I'll do is let's say I eat, I do a set, and then I eat and I stretch, right, for the first hour. Then I do a set and I meditate for the second hour, which, by the way, I've been smoking before meditation as well, which I really have been enjoying. And also I got this amazing amazing strand. It's called Pink Panties. The vape is also pink, which is strange. But the flavor of the strain is it's crazy. It's hard to believe that it doesn't have artificial flavors, but I don't believe it does. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So let's say I do meditation for the second hour. Then the third hour I do. Right, and that would be my normal whole time there. But now what I'll do is I'll do that, and then I'll shoot basketball for an hour or 2 or 3, and basically that just extends it. So now instead of doing 3 sets, I do 5, 6, and then you could also add in a shower, and they also have a hot tub at this place I did not know about. So this allows for me to have these completely chill days when I wake up and it's like, okay, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm sore. I have 3 off days and I'm going to use one now. I could just be at home, be high, watch stuff on the computer, go out, right? Whatever I want. Go food shopping, whatever needs to be done. So this idea, this is kind of a concept I'm starting to realize, is that we already established what I'm trying to do on a daily basis there's like free time involved in it too. So there's enough stuff. The stuff I'm trying to do fits in one day, right? And if I can do the same amount of stuff that I was doing at the crib in this environment comfortably, then it's a dub, right? And then if I can make it sustainable, it's a super dub. Cool? Now, the idea is to accomplish the same amount of content over the course of the week, not to be busy the whole time, day by day, right? And I guess I just kind of forgot about that, and I got to the point now where I'm like, if I can do 5 sets in a gym visit, I only have to go 4 times a week, right? And then same thing like with the streams too. Streaming doesn't have to be every day. Ideally it would be, but it never got added to the Habitable to date like daily thing. It never got like tracked in the it doesn't have a counter like everything else does. It's based on trying to make sure that I have videos to post every day on YouTube. And then the other one is like, well, I want to do 2 hours a day. So I don't want to beat up on myself. I want to be able to have those days off, basically. So that's just basically it. That being said, this week I didn't go to the DMV because I just didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I had been frustrated enough by them to the point where now a visit to that facility is anxiety inducing, essentially. So I didn't do that. I didn't get to it. That's really the only reason. And also, there's been a lot of rain this week, so it's been a twofold issue. One, I'm in a new spot, so I was like, okay, I didn't know. Also, that it also happened. The rain started. It rained like 3 or 4 days straight, all day or most of the day, after I discharged my battery more than usual. So I just moved. I believe it was the same day I did the vlog. I just moved to the new spot, and I'm like, okay, the battery likes it. The battery bank is enjoying, the position that I have them in. And my battery bank was already doing well, so I microwaved some stuff. I charged my external battery. I charged the car battery, I charged all of these things. And you know, it's like afterwards it was like, okay, we're good. It's like a little bit like instead of 25.5, it was like 25, so 24.9. But then 3 or 4 days of consistent rain and overcast, and you know, so my batteries weren't really improving. They were like maybe slowly going down. But I wasn't really. I was streaming. I was still streaming. I was refusing to not stream, and then I was streaming, but I was streaming like shorter amounts, and not, you know, doing one and not the other, that kind of thing. And while I was meditating at the gym, like one of the last 2 times, I started thinking about how I have many different options. Like, I could microwave stuff at the crib, or I could microwave stuff at 7-Eleven, or I could use the shell to microwave food that way, or I could get, you know, things that don't need to be heated up, you know? So there's like all this different flexibility. And then, you know, so I could stream at the crib, or I could stream at the library. I could not stream. You know, it's like the same thing with the gym. I could, you know, do work at the gym. But I'm trying, basically, at the meditation, during the meditation, I got two main concepts. One concept is basically everything's 50-50. You know, you win some, you lose some. So if you fail at something, I think this might have been right after they discovered them, you know, maybe the day after something. But basically, it's like, don't be discouraged by your losses, and don't be and not try again. Try again as soon as possible, because basically it's 50-50. If you lost one, you're due for a win next time. And the more you play, the better you'll get. And eventually, you'll get to the top, where it's no longer 50-50 and you're more winning. And then the other thing was, like, basically you have these, it's like, I could go, depending on the weather, depending on my mood, depending on the battery bank state, I could go to the library, I could go to the gym, I could go to a public pool, I could go to, you know, these public places. I don't have to be cooped up at the crib in this particular situation where the things are set up right now. And that being said, I actually did go to the library today, and it felt really nice to use my briefcase again. And I guess I did it so many times that I have like nostalgia about it at this point, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, like basically, if instead of, in lieu of taking a whole day off from streaming, I could easily just go there. And the reason I did it today was because I woke up early. I knew I wasn't gonna go to the gym. It was like in between. So it's like I don't want to discharge the battery unnecessarily. So I just go to the library, stream earlier than usual, stream the full amount, let the battery charge up, right? And the goal is to get the battery to, at nighttime, under load, like just my laptop, I want it to be 28.5 and up. I want to keep the battery bank topped off as much as possible, so that in a pinch, if I need to do something, I can make it happen. You know, I wanna basically lean towards having a full tank as opposed to, you know, a non-full tank, basically. So, that being said, I have no notice at the new spot, so it looks like this spot is a potential permanent spot, which is fucking amazingly lit, because it does seem to be doing about what the other 2 spots were doing. I don't like it as much because I feel like I'm exposed. It's a little bit awkward. I don't want anybody to hit me. So I am intending on, there's like 2 more spots I want to try. One is like more ducked off and safe. And I think, you know, basically I want to get no notices at one or both of these spots. So I'm going to try both at some point. And then also, I received my refund today, which is fucking just amazing. It's like, I already know what the math is or whatever, but it's just nice to have the money in my account. Now I can pay my debts, and it'll never be as serious as it was. Like, right now I'm over my limit on my credit card. You know what I mean? So I can like make a huge payment, give myself a lot of breathing room. Right? I haven't been able to use my credit card. Like, that's how fucking serious this is. So there's a little bit of awkwardness when it comes to the timing of the monthlies, right? So like previously, I pretty much had all of my stuff coming at the beginning of the month, but now with I just thought of something. I have to make sure I make a payment to the DMV and sorry. 1 second. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, there's like basically all my gym is on the 20th. I don't know when Starlink starts, and then I'm pretty sure my DMV shit at in Florida. I'm just checking the date. 17th. Holy shit! It's due by the 17th. Each month thereafter, on the 17th of each month, starting December 17th. Okay, cool. So I'm good on that one then. But yeah, basically I have a bunch of monthlies that I don't know when they land, and I don't know kind of the exact, I know like in roughly what the math ends up being, but I don't know like the exact amount. That's all. So I mentioned there's like 2 slightly better parking spots I want to try out. So far, this is the only one that I'm not getting a notice at. So we have 2 really optimized spots for solar, and then like a almost optimized spot for solar, but potentially permanent spot where we're currently at. So given the current situation, right? I need to clarify with financial aid what's going on. I want to get an award for spring. All right. Once I get that award for spring, I'll feel a lot better. But yeah, I need to make sure that I'm getting financial aid. I probably need to do a FAFSA for summer as well. But I need to get an award. I need to clarify what's up with financial aid, make sure that I'm actually still going to continue to get aid. The DMV and insurance, we already know what's up with that. And then I put EBT because, California has different rules. If I get an ID and I get a whatchamacallit in California, maybe they don't mind, they don't care if I'm going to school or not, I can still get EBT. So, doing those things, those are the most important things that I can do to really make myself self-sustainable. In terms of spending for like weekly food, it's pretty much dead on 200. You know what I mean? Yeah, like we're halfway through November and I'm at like 160 right now. But I have like all of my eggs and all of my ramen. So I just feel like I can make it pretty much exactly 200. Probably not less though, right? So, but yeah, basically this whole thing is set up to where if I'm able to continue to get financial aid and stay parked at the same spot I'm parked at, for instance, and then get insurance at a decent price, we're gonna accumulate 2,200 by the time I graduate. At that same time, so that's enough money to get a guard card and then do that's 3 months of bills and a guard card. It's fucking insane. I want to refine my master to-do. I have a lot of like good ideas kind of sprayed about that I want to kind of consolidate and get a more summarized picture of exactly what it is I'm going to be focusing on in terms of macro. Oh shit. I also have some new approaches. I want to look at some new approaches to my credit and business situation in light of the arbitration difficulties. Hopefully we get a settlement. Hopefully they actually pay. Hopefully they don't just. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have relinquished all. I like hope of knowing anything, but yeah, because if I get an award, doesn't mean they're gonna pay it. They might, you know what I'm saying? Appeal or some shit. But I don't know. So I wrote down credit sweeps, and that's for myself. I could probably do another identity theft thing and do it like more confidently and do it more like precisely. Because if I can get it to happen within a certain time frame and they do it correctly, then I'll be able to pull off some business stuff and then really quickly, it'll get resolved really quickly. So like it was meant to the first time. I'll do it better this time, and with a good understanding of what exactly is going on, and be able to do it. So there's that. There's also other people that do that. Then there's CPNs. Then there's lawyers. So there's like lawyers who will sue for you without any upfront costs. Thinking about that. And then there's also the EIN only approach. And then we have to, right now, this week, there's a lot of, the schoolwork is more complex than usual. So I'm gonna have to actually, it's not something I could just do in 30 minutes. Which is what I wanted to do. There's that. And then the YouTube queue. By the way, I've been playing Battle Aces on my stream lately because they're having a beta, but there's not like a lot of incentive for me, I'll put it like that. Like, it doesn't seem to be very popular right now. But I figured I'd play it while it's in the beta phase. So I think that's about it. So realistically speaking, what I mentioned about the financial aid and assuming I get the financial aid, right? And I can go on I can go on Monday to and by the way, I owe myself 5 sets and posts, and that's going to be done, tomorrow. I've dipped into my surplus of hours a little bit, but not much. And we have the spending at $161.97 for the month. So we didn't say that. But yeah, the StarCraft stuff is a lot more popular. That's while I'm on stream, and also the content created from it. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to that here soon. But yeah, basically if I'm able to get, we're basically flirting with the ability to stay in a situation and not have to get a job, basically. So, realistically, we could be in this situation for quite a while and just keep trucking along, grinding along with the other stuff. I also like wrote down like TRW and Hold My Hand Wholesale and other stuff like that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I'm hopeful that we're actually going to get a settlement and actually get paid. And if that's the case, we'll have to reconvene and see. You know what I mean? What the next play is. I think the next play from then would be to probably do some invest in music related stuff, as well as like the finishing touches, maybe a done for you credit repair through the Bully Avengers, through the Bully Avengers, and maybe UCCs and stuff like that. Not sure. Or also, I've thought about like doing using it to do QSIP security investigations, basically. Use that as a kind of a gotcha. But essentially, we continue the same kind of plays, you know? That we were running at home, so we have actually solved the self-sustainable, living situation, separate from everyone else. Right? So I appreciate you rocking with me. It's been a pleasure. It really is getting close. Grab myself a soda real quick. But yeah. I don't want to underestimate the importance or the value of being able to I don't know, man. Honestly, when I think about it, there's an aspect of like, what the fuck? Because literally, the plan was never to get a solar-powered anything. period. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, the solar powered part, the license part, right? Sorry, I'm kind of zoning out. The license part, that wasn't supposed to happen. And then last but not least, the graduation part. So it's like, I go from like wondering about whether I'm fucking, you know, doomed to fail, or if I'm gonna survive with all my shit. Right? To like, I'm literally living the fucking dream. And then it's like, if I get a settlement, like if I actually get a check, I mean, what? It's over. And by the way, I did want to mention this. Sorry, I've been stuffed to last like 24 hours, maybe 12 hours. My stomach, it's like hard for me to breathe, okay. But I am pretty much, I'm giving myself until like the end of the year, basically. Which, by the way, we're like 6 weeks away from doing something. We're literally like a month and a half away. I kind of want to see about getting a laptop on credit via Black Friday, Best Buy. Super letting this get out of hand. But yeah, basically, yeah, it's surreal, basically. In no way, shape, or form did I expect it to be this good. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. I think it's important to acknowledge it because it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, we're always down to a something big off the list, obviously. But like, this is an Endgame special. This came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's special. Like, I know, like, we have other goals and things that we're looking toward. You know, like, music, lives, and financial, all that good stuff. And I can park here too. What? Holy shit. Right, it's like not the victory that, you know, I was expecting, I guess. But it's huge. It's huge. And like literally in the very near future, it's like the only thing that this thing is really missing is a nearby guard, like security, overnight security guard, like job. And then you achieve like perfect equilibrium, if you will. Sorry, I need to cut this off. I'm peeping other spots that I hadn't noticed yet. Alright, deuces, boss man. Talk to you soon. That's week 46.